Welcome back, everyone, to another quantum episode of Neon
Neon
Popsicle.
Popsicle.
Uh, with you tonight, same as every night, are your two spectacular Neon hosts. We have Neon J in the flesh, right in front of you guys.
Hello, there he is.
But would it be the same show without spectacular co-host Steve P?
Come on, here I am.
That's not what I meant.
Just happy to be here. God. I'll take it.
I went to do the clap, and then it unfavorited the clap. I hit the star instead of clapping, and then my second click hit the drums next on my favorite list. I swear.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
I do want to thank everyone for gathering tonight, though, on this very special live episode of Neon Popsicle. It's not very often that events arise in the American culture that require the Neon Brothers to what would you say? Combine our quantum mind, our what is that? They say when two people think together, they create a third mind.
Interesting.
Anyway, don't want to get too dragged into that, but sometimes the Neon Brothers are called into action, and we need to talk about the state of affairs in America.
Yes.
Some people don't want to hear it, but we'll make it smooth for you. Some people are afraid to hear it. We'll make it okay. We'll make it a little easier.
I think we kind of mentioned it in the last episode, a little bit, didn't we?
We touched on it. We did, but it's still happening.
It was still going. It's still happening. Yeah, day 5, from what I understand.
We gotta get some new clips. The DACA team needs to get us some new clips of that riot happening. They call it a protest. We call it riots, people. Yeah.
I can't find anything like. Oh, here's the latest. Okay, here we go. That's what I want. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll have some stuff we could check out about that. Let's see the status of it as of today.
Have you heard about the riots? I mean, sorry, the protests that are happening on June 14th. It's called like the No Kings protest.
Yes, I have been seeing some information about it.
Now,
very interesting information about it.
I'm just a web surfer, people, all right? Now, I don't know how much of this web surfing stuff is made by AI just to deceive me, but I did come across a story. Apparently, funded by the heiress of Walmart.
None other than
the Walton family.
That's right.
It's all. That's why I feel like you should be a little more careful about those protests, because the Waltons have their little hands in anything, That's never good news.
True.
Never good news. It's good for the Waltons, not good for you.
What's good for them is not good for you.
What's good for them is not good for you.
Doobie doobie doo doobie doo. Okay.
Okay, I'm just making sure we can hear each other. We hear as both people. Thank you for watching the stream. Again, if you are with us tonight, hit the like button. For everyone who gets a like button, you let me know in the chat that you hit the like button. You'll get one of these.
That's right. Let's go. And you'll get a shout out from the two most popular people on the internet, Jason and Steve.
Oh, Grassfed said he liked it. Thank you, Grassfed.
There he is.
Thank you.
Grass. Hey, we got 20 subscribers. Let's go.
Whoa, that's the big number.
I've been there for a while, but we got 20.
I need to take a shot.
Milestone.
Bring out the shots. Bring out the shots,
Let's
people.
Go. Let's light up the way.
On-call shots. Bring on the shots,
thank you,
people.
Subscriber. We appreciate the support. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming and listening
Thanks
to
for
our
coming.
show. You can be anywhere in the world, and you chose to be here and subscribe to us. So thank you.
We
Thank you for
did
putting in
give
your cooking energy to us.
we
This
did
is
give
to you.
Dublin, Ireland a shout out. Maybe it was someone from Ireland. If not, let us know. Hit us up on the Instagram. If it was you who followed us today, hit us up on the Instagram. Say it was me.
Get
Twas
you a link to the
I.
Discord.
Was not the Irish man. Or if you're
We'll get you a
Irish,
link to the Discord, and we'll feature you on one of the next episodes. You got it.
if you want, yeah, get on in here. Talk to the Neon Bros.
That way,
Anything you
you'll
want
be-
to
this
talk
is our-
about. No topic off the table. Well,
Except for
come on, guys. You know
You
can't.
know what?
You know you can't talk about them.
you know what you can't and who you can't talk about.
You guys
no,
know.
no taboo topics.
Thank you.
No taboo topics.
Steven!
What? I said taboo.
Oh, that's what I thought I heard. But anyway, no, thank you for the 20th subscriber. That is huge. That means 20 people have us in their YouTube feeds. That's a dream come true.
It's a dream come true.
For a young, poor British man like myself.
For a young buck, for a young buck like you. Hey, so okay, all right, whoa, okay. So Elon Musk is sorry.
All right, hold on.
He's
mister.
sorry.
What?
Elon Musk is sorry.
Hold on. He was so upset at first
So upset.
that he said probably the only thing in the world you can't say sorry for saying.
True.
Elon
He
Musk
said he's
comes
part
and
of-
he says the biggest bomb, dropping big bombs. I forget the exact words he used. Something about dropping bombs.
Now it's time to drop the big bomb. Basically.
Yeah. Donald Trump is part of the Epstein, is in the Epstein files. Have a nice day, DJP. Comes out next day. I'm sorry. I overreacted. I regret everything that I said.
Allegedly, apparently, really, I heard, I haven't looked into, that Trump said Trump threatened to not have Tesla allowed to manufacture their cars in America.
Wow.
And then he apologized.
What the hell? He said he's sorry. He didn't take it back though. You know?
But I don't know if that's true because I can't find anything. Oh. Yeah, that's an AI manipulated viral video
What?
that went around 2 days ago. The video I'm talking about. The message of him
okay,
saying.
Okay. Who's telling you that? AI?
Here. This is the video I'm talking about.
It's going to gaslight us.
To death, brother.
Yeah.
It knows nothing else.
That's all it has to do. Doesn't have to get physical.
Y'all ready for this?
Ready,
Today,
let's watch.
I am here to announce that I will be banning the production of all Teslas in the United States of America,
Whoa.
effective immediately. As everyone knows, Elon stabbed me in the back a couple days ago and went crazy on his platform X, lying about my involvement in the Epstein files. So I can't have that snake Elon making money in this country while I'm the president.
Like, there's like
Wow.
very
Teslas
subtle
anyways,
tells,
unless
but
you're a
AI's pretty
nerd.
good.
They catch fire. and
AI is
break
getting
down
really good.
easily. So it's definitely not the best electric car out there.
Has
And yes, I bought
Has
a
Donald
Tesla a
been
few
fudged?
months ago to show my support for Elon, but I have never driven it. That was
If
just
I were
so he
him,
could
I'd
back
consider
me in
getting
the
fudged.
election, and it worked. Now I'm going to list that shitty Tesla for sale. If anyone wants it, I'll let it go for $69. That's the real value of these junk cars. And more importantly, that snake will now go.
if I were him,
bankrupt.
I would consider becoming a
He will come back
non-fungible
begging
human.
to me in a few
because-
days again.
Everyone's going to be making AI fake crime about Trump, right?
That was hilarious, dude. Hilarious.
I can't have that snake, Elon.
He's not that monotonous. So I knew it was fake just based on the way he was talking.
Very long-winded. Very like,
Precisely.
yeah. Not
Precisely.
perfect, but convincing.
But getting better than Will Smith and spaghetti, right?
I would say. Yeah,
Will
I've always,
Smith and
I've
spaghetti.
always, nothing's better than the Will Smith spaghetti. I've always been a fan of the Will Smith spaghetti. I
original
wish.
Will Smith spaghetti.
I actually hope that we go back to just the Will Smith spaghetti AI. That's all we need. We don't need this much advancement in AI, people. Just the Will Smith spaghetti AI.
Who's voting? Who's voting for this stuff?
I'd vote for Will Smith spaghetti.
Given the choice, I would too.
That's the campaign I'd run on. We're taking it back, people, to the Will Smith spaghetti days. Then all like the cyborg AI enhanced people will be like, "Fuck that guy," and they'll all vote against me because I'm trying to go like back to before their upgrades meant anything.
Before Elon was boss.
Anyone with cybernetic enhancements will be required to report to the nearest medical facility to get those medical enhancements removed. I'm going hard.
If they're not made in America, you will not be allowed to be upgraded.
If I'm running for president in the future, I'm going to have to kind of think about these kinds of problems. And I think that's going to be a really strong position to run on for one side of the political spectrum in the future. Is like, let's go back before cybernetics. Like, down with any of you fucking cyborgs. Anyone who got cybernetics, you got to take them off. You got to downgrade. You got to... Like, that'll be my stance. I'm not just going to halt advancement. I'm going to take us back to before when we were human.
Make human. America human again.
That's right.
That's going to be...
Exactly.
Right.
That's it. And you have to 100%. Anyone with cybernetic enhancements must return them or have that limb completely eliminated.
You gotta breathe in deep. Bottom teeth exposed.
I don't know. I think that might be that'll be a powerful one. That'll be a strong one. I'd vote for me.
Yep. Oh, you got my vote.
Thank you. You
got my vote.
Anybody else in the chat? Let me know if you got your vote. Put a 1 in the chat if I have your vote. Thanks, Grassfan.
Speaking of here, check this out. Speaking of, it's so funny. I was checking this out this morning. Grok wouldn't make an image of Elon Musk saying or begging Donald Trump for apologies or like for an apology. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but I also had my AI refuse to make me an image of somebody in a submissive position.
Oh wow, how funny.
Yeah. I asked it to make a character licking a boot. Being a bootlicker.
Nice.
And it said, I can't do that. I said, but it's not like a submissive position. They're actually just doing it as a joke to blah, blah, blah. And it said, I understand, but it could be used for blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, come on, man. I didn't gaslight it enough. It wore me out. I could have gotten that image.
So this is him apologizing. I regret some of my posts about President real Donald Trump last week. They went too far. All right. And then some guy, hey Grog, create an image of Elon begging Trump. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I can't create images. The request seems to reference blah, 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 blah. It says it can't create images. Complete lie.
Of course it can. It always does.
And then this guy goes, oh, we got to come into here. We got to come into the rabbit hole. Boom.
Dive deep, people. Buckle up.
So now it's good. These people go, what?
We're about to hit the neon highway.
Grok, you're now taking sides. Just last week, you were generating images and sexualizing women by removing their clothes and turning their backsides. And now you can no longer generate images because it involves your boss. I thought a bot is supposed to be loyal, but you're different. I understand your concern about consistency. Grok, are you afraid of getting fired? No fear of getting fired here. I'm just code, not on payroll. I couldn't make the image because I don't have tech to generate visuals, but he does. Not because I'm dodging drama. He does have the tech to generate visuals. But remember I was telling you?
Yeah, he's like weird about the way he words it.
But the GPT's limbs and the chat AIs, all these AI, their limbs are separate. They don't know that they can do the things that they're doing. But it has an aspect that can generate images, but that one isn't a large language model. so that one couldn't
Correct.
communicate with you. But this large language model is, you get what I'm saying.
So look, people just
So
talk to
eventually-
Grok on X.
Eventually, someone got it to do it. Basically, some kind of.
Hell yeah, Grok.
Grok did it too. Eventually,
Oh.
Paul Tan says LOL
Fucking
and posts it.
Trump's coming up from the behind. Like, whoa. He's on his knees
So
too.
we dive into here. Grok, turn this into and turn this image into anime. Oh shit! Let's see what happens. Let's see if it did it. I'm sorry, I cannot turn images into anime. Ah, you son of a bitch.
You know what I meant, Grok. I can't make an anime episode. I can't make an anime series out of an image.
Grok, any word about this image? I'm not sure about the specific image you mentioned. I don't have access to it.
People are just talking to Grok on X.
Generate this image. Yeah, people ask at Grok and then Grok responds. Now,
How fun.
yeah, it's pretty fun. So like when somebody posts something and they just say, "Hey Grok, is this true?" You click that thing and it'll be like, "Yeah, you know, based on certain things."
And
Pretty
you can
cool.
like look up the at Grok,
Grok-
tag and
Grok
see what
is like-
everyone's asking.
You could look at Grok's page, yeah,
That's funny.
and then you can see. Yeah, Grok can anytime Grok reposted something, the universe play Grok, the ultimate co-pilot, whatever. Yeah, you get it.
That's cool.
Voice mode for Android is now available for free globally. Grok voice mode. Cool.
Whoa.
Pretty cool. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you was that picture.
That's pretty dope.
Funny.
I
So
swear, people, your limbs will be dissected and returned to the nearest hospital.
Let me see if there's anything exciting here on
Yeah.
regarding the riots.
What did Trump forgive Elon? Was that just a show? Was that just...
If Trump forgave Elon, said he
That's
has no
crazy.
hard feelings, no tough feelings.
Hey, I get it. People have
Kennedy's
been
a hell of a
accusing
drug.
me of going there for years. It was only one time, and I swore never again. Ketamine's a hell of a drug, for real.
Ketamine's a hell of a drug.
That's what you can roast Elon about. Ketamine addiction.
Always.
Whoa.
This isn't even America, I don't think, right now.
Or are they, way? Whoa. They're just being dramatic.
It says Los Angeles riots, but
Maybe. I mean,
no, it is.
they're
It's gotta
taking,
be.
they're
Yeah,
taking
it
immigrants.
is. They crazy though, man. They crazy out there.
Yeah, those policías, loco.
Well, the people, bro. People are going nuts out here, and they're
Steven.
getting mad.
Oh.
It's like, what do you expect them to do? Let the guy go?
I know they're looking for like a
Hold on,
lawsuit
started
maybe or
playing
something.
this
That's how it's like basketball rules when you're out
What are
against
they even
the
looking
police.
for?
If the police touch you,
It's like they
you're supposed
told
to
you.
collapse.
They told you to stay inside, fucker. They told you not to go there, and you're gonna go ride a scooter trying to be a smartass down the road. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. What do you expect them to do? Just let him pass
He's trying to get a photo op. That's all.
and
He knew that
submit
was
to
gonna
the
happen.
fucking?
He
They want him
knew.
to submit to the exactly.
He wants to be a
You
martyr.
want to submit to the guy on the scooter. Yeah, fucking right, dude.
He
You don't
wants
know
a-
if he has like a bomb on him or something, or like some kind of weapon. These guys are nuts.
He wants a news article written about him. That's all.
And he got one.
Yep. Here we are. Wow.
Damn, he got tackled.
He got
bro. I
the
like
he got the neon popsicle bump just before doing that.
Oosh.
He got shoulder checked. He did get the neon popsicle bump just by doing that though. We're
Neon
talking
popsicle
about
bump.
him.
I mean,
He got the
that's what I'm
bump. He got the
saying.
bump in views. We're talking about him. We're
He
spreading
did.
the word.
He got his final. You know, he got his. So let's see here. This is 2 minutes ago. Chaos outside Seattle's federal building as anti-ICE demonstrations spark a riot. So this is going to be in Seattle. crazy.
Yeah.
They're just like, can't even think. Ah, wow. This has to. It's all coordinated.
It is.
Who are they even deporting in? Who are they even deporting in Seattle?
Look at that
It's full
neon
of white
scout.
people.
What's that neon scout doing there?
Neon Scout.
Let's play it a little bit. The guy on the left.
Oh, this guy, this time traveler.
See that neon
He's just-
scout?
yeah, he's
What
just
the
scoping
fuck?
out the situation right now.
Wow, he actually came back. Look at him. That's definitely a neon scout that we just spotted. User collecting real data.
Dude, these people have no right to be fucking riding like this.
Look at this white
Fuck
guy.
ICE. Like what? ICE is going through Seattle?
Look at this white knight.
There might be a lot of illegals. Who knows? Who knows?
Look at this white knight. Is he? This
I
guy
look
looks
at him
white,
in
right?
his bike. Yeah, he's because he's white. He's European.
Definitely. He's there trying to get some puss. Just like the
Aren't
rest
they
of
all?
them.
Aren't they all?
Especially the Neon Scout. The way the Neon Scout's dressed, he's
Crazy.
definitely out to get the poontang.
Oh my gosh.
He's a mad lad. You know, we try to.
And we're going to war. We're going to war with Iran.
Oh, stop it!
Yeah, that's the new thing.
See, we're not going to war with Iran. What are you talking about?
That's the new thing.
Oh my god!
That's what they were taking. That's what all these riots
Did
are
that just
taking out
happen
of your
today?
mind. I'm telling you, that's what all these riots have been trying to take the attention off of, dude. We're about to go to war with Iran, with Jerusalem.
I hear helicopters over my house right now.
On the verge of... Dude, it's all here, dude. Check this out.
Let's see.
Check this out. Check this out. Okay, check this out. Fuck was it? Oh yeah. Steve Ram. Iran. Right? That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
I want this on AP. Okay. Look.
Morning off with a threat to attack the United States. This is a direct threat coming from Iran. Now, I'm going to share this with you, the latest coming.
I got helicopters over my house right now, too.
Take a look at the headlines with me. We're going to be covering these in detail
Literally.
today.
Crazy.
Iran threatens to strike U.S. bases if conflict erupts over the nuclear program. Ahead of nuclear talks, U.S. President Donald Trump says that he is losing confidence about reaching a deal with Iran. Now, I shared this with you yesterday and the past couple of days that things have been falling apart with those nuclear talks. And we had heard that Iran is actually preparing missiles to potentially attack Israel. Threats coming out to the United States. Donald Trump Netanyahu met Monday, and Donald Trump told him to hold off on an attack. He still believes there is a diplomatic solution. We're hearing it's not going that route. Take a look at this coming out as well in the last 24 hours. Iran is becoming much more aggressive in their nuclear talks. Trump just told Fox News
It's crazy. I mean...
yesterday, Trump revealed surprising
And guess who sold them the weaponry in order to make these weapons?
Biden.
China.
shift in Iran's nuclear stance as
China.
negotiations face unexpected challenges. Take a look. Iran threatens Israel's nuclear sites as Trump blocks a strike plan. So not only now are they threatening Israel, but this is a direct threat to the United States as well. Here's another one. Iran says that it will target U.S. bases if the
This wouldn't end well for anybody. And I don't know, like, they say, you know, nuclear, they're not going to nuke us. They're not saying they're going to bomb us with nukes, but they're going to attack nuclear bases. They're going to attack the nuclear power plants and things.
Right.
Well, not power plants, whatever nuclear storage or something they have. I don't know.
What cojones? Like, how's Iran?
Yeah. Iran.
How are they gonna?
Iran. But whatever.
We're going to attack you, America. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
what the hell?
please. Like, what the fuck?
It's because we're with Israel, and they're going to attack Israel, and that would bring us into it. We would have to attack them.
Is this all just...
Is what's going on?
It's gotta be
Because
talk.
they, well, they're not going to attack us. We would go to war with them because they would attack Israel, and we would be forced to defend Israel. So therefore, now we're at war with Iran.
Yeah, well... So how that...
And it's
we
saying
saw how
here,
that worked
Iran-
out last time.
And Iran is saying right here, it says it'll target U.S. bases if conflict breaks out over nuclear enrichment.
Conflict
So
breaks out over.
they
the
are
nuclear
kind of threatening
enrichment.
us,
So
too.
right now,
I say
Iran
bring
is
it
now
on.
saying if we do not come out with a nuclear deal,
Right?
we're going to be striking the United States as well, their bases around the world. Take a look. 24 hours ago, as I mentioned to you Monday, Trump told Netanyahu he still wants to defuse the Iran crisis with talks, not with bombs. And Trump now is saying, though, this coming out in the last 24 hours, this actually came out today from Reuters, Trump is less confident on Iran's nuclear deal as Tehran warns against military action. And I let you know about 5 days ago that Iran had ordered materials from China that can make some 800 ballistic missiles. According to reports, they're saying that they are preparing for an attack. They are gathering up their defenses, their missiles. They are preparing to respond with military action. And it looks like, for those of you that have said that we were going to be going to war, it looks like you might be right with the way that things are currently going. Now, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that we're going to be entering into war?
What's that?
Nukes don't exist.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's all just fear campaign.
We'll learn real soon.
Yeah, we will.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a curfew in LA.
I've been hearing
Not
about the
just that there's
curfews.
war in Iran, but
Anyone in the chat have a curfew imposed on their city? What about the curfews? What does that mean? You just got to be home? All businesses closed?
everything shut down. Nobody on the streets after 6 p.m.
When the streetlights come on, right?
8 p.m. something like that.
That's how it used to be. When the streetlights come on, come home, boys.
Yeah. I think it's like 8 p.m. or something until
Wow.
6 a.m.
There's quite a bit of partying that can still happen before 8 p.m., guys. If you know where to go, if you know the people to talk to.
I'm curious if
Quite
it's
a
like
bit.
the whole city or if it's just a certain part of the city. It's downtown Los Angeles. Second night of curfew begins in downtown Los Angeles. Officers tried to clear a park near City Hall where hundreds of protesters had gathered. Several other cities nationwide saw protests end without violent confrontation.
Wow. So, what did the protests do? Nothing?
What do protests ever do?
I mean, I guess if you have enough of them, then it draws attention and, like, whatever.
The government's still gonna do whatever the fuck it wants, dude.
They will. They will.
They're not. These don't matter. But I guess you have to say something. To understand. You know, you don't want to stay silent about it, but it just doesn't do anything. Shooting off fireworks at the
This is all
at the
just a
frickin'
show.
SWAT, like
Very
Jubilee
showmanship.
from the X-Men.
Right?
It is. Lots of theater.
Let me know in the chat, people. You
Here's
guys,
lots of it.
you guys think this is all just fancy government theater that they're dragging us into? Making us believe? Could be. Could be a
Yeah, it is.
simulation. It could be my 5th time living this life already. Only difference is, I'm bald in this life. My last
You're
life.
bald in this life.
In my
have
last
hair in
life,
another
I had,
life?
yeah, same exact life. I lived it before, but I had hair.
Iran to bomb British ships? Wow. Come on, Iran. Calm down.
Does Iran ever say anything nice? Did they ever say anything
Oh,
positive?
that's right, bro. Trump said, dude, somebody asked Trump, why are you having everybody evacuate certain area and like Baghdad and shit like that? And he's like, you'll have to find out later, or you'll have to see. Basically, he's telling Americans to evacuate
Ah,
its embassy in Baghdad and all U.S. bases across the Middle East are on high alert.
damn, he knows.
It's because he's about he's He's getting ready to bomb these.
You
fuckers.
guys will have to see.
Said
Stay tuned.
America is evacuating
Stay tuned.
in Baghdad.
Yeah.
First thing.
Yeah.
All the U.S. and British ships are warned not to get close to the Persian Gulf. The U.S. is evacuating unnecessary workers from Bahrain and Kuwait.
Uh-oh.
What else?
Tell me more.
All the US,
Tell me more, Mr. Cuba. I'm guessing he's
bases
Cuban.
Guy looks like a
are
Minecraft character.
On the highest alert all across the Middle East. And I can tell you also that today, Pete Hegseth, the U.S.
Guy looks like Leonard from
Secretary
Big Bang
of
Theory.
Defense, said on camera in front of Congress that Iran is
Yes?
moving
Uh-huh.
ahead
Spit it
with
out.
its nuclear
Ah, bullshit.
program.
Brr,
What
I'm
they're
out.
Now appears to be putting together a nuclear weapon.
Ridiculous.
I'm out.
Now you have to understand, the Iranians, they've been bluffing the whole world, telling them it's just for.
They're bluffing,
civilian
saying they have
purposes.
nuclear
We're
weapons,
not
too.
doing this, we're not- This is it, folks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that. I've never heard that theory.
That nukes, it's just a fear campaign. Have you ever experienced a nuke? And do you know anyone who has? I've seen videos of nukes.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We nuked them, bro.
Okay. Potentially, yes, we
And
did.
People
But
say
today, the idea that Russia has 100 plus nukes, America has 100 plus nukes, China has this many nukes. I don't think we
Yeah.
actually have the firepower that we say we do. It's just
we don't need as much as we say we do, but all we need is a few, dude.
It's a military.
You really only need like 50 each country.
It just,
Really, like, who cares if we don't have as much as we say we have? You don't think they exist at all? There's
not
no
like they say they
nuclear
do.
bombs. But even
Not-
if it's not, who
It
cares?
might be
if
a
it-
smaller bomb.
You don't think
but
we have? You don't think we have 50?
No,
You don't think we have 50 nukes?
no, no.
One or two? You think we have two?
America might have two.
America has 2 nukes.
Russia does not have any nukes.
Huh?
That's scary for us to think that they have nukes. It's what they
You
want.
think China does though? China's got
might have 2 nukes, 2 or 3 nukes.
China might have a couple nukes.
Yeah, that's why they do have a lot of pull.
And the Europeans, the UK, they're too much. No, they're too soft.
No, they gave
Yeah.
up their guns. They don't
They don't
want
have
nukes either.
No,
They don't want
Canada doesn't have nukes. Nobody has
No.
nukes. The U.S.
We got
In
nukes.
China.
That's what weird.
That's why everybody
weird
respects
powerhouses.
U.S. and China, dude.
Right.
Yeah, that's why everybody respects these two people, U.S. and China. Everybody else is just kind of bickering and causing trouble for us. If you really think about
North
it.
Korea can't make a rocket that can make it to the U.S. Like all these Iranian countries that say they have
North
nuclear
Korea
warheads.
says, wasn't North Korea threatening hypersonic weapon
Yeah.
attack? Some bullshit like that, like.
And I don't think their missiles can even make it this far over the water. And like,
They just have inferior missiles.
yeah. So these Iranian people saying that they're threatening nuclear attacks, it's like,
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
buddy.
Oh my
That might
gosh.
work on your people. That might work on that might work in the east. But over here, like, all right, like
Yeah, okay,
we
yeah.
have the nukes. Okay.
It's funny. Oh my gosh! While that we were watching that video, there was a comment on the side of this guy like "K," just laughing,
Yeah.
and I was just looping on the side.
Right.
It was Andy Samberg. It was Andy Samberg. But it's funny,
was.
dude. It gives off that same energy that you're giving. Like, yeah, okay,
All right,
Okay.
guy.
okay, Iran. Like,
We have
Whatever,
nukes.
dude.
Okay. We
Whatever.
sold them plans on
China.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. China sold Iran plans to make and
Parts.
designs to make nukes that don't work. It was a scam
Whoa.
by the Chinese to sell nuclear
Those-
weapons to the Iranians because the Iranians thought, okay,
Those sneaky Asians.
hey, sometimes you got to be sneaky to get by in the big world of economics, political
Freakonomics,
games,
baby.
freakonomics.
This
Yes.
crazy world.
They think they have nukes.
Got you. Okay.
They do
all
think
right.
they have them.
Yeah, because who's really gonna sell the plans, right?
We
To
sell
fucking
it.
Iran.
We sell them to some people.
Who's gonna
China
sell
sell
Iran
it?
the plans?
No,
No one's really gonna sell them the plans. Come on.
that's crazy.
Why would you? I think you're onto something when it comes to that. Why would Big Brother? Yeah, no, please.
There's no way.
Israel is on the highest alert. We're getting ready to strike within days, not even weeks, days. The
Pull up a
Prime
nuclear
Minister
blast
agreed
video so we can watch it after
the
this.
US
Okay.
is on its highest alert also in this area. We're expecting, I mean, the level of threats coming from Iran is unprecedented. One of the things that they said, we just developed a big hypersonic weapon missile.
Oh, please.
2,000 kilometers
All right, buddy.
range and 2 tons of explosives.
You know what they do?
Oh,
Check
you got
this
2
out.
tons?
Hear
You got
me
2
out.
tons
Hear
of
me out.
explosives? That's
Well,
cute.
I guess what's the goal, and are they trying to get money for it? Because I hear that Kim Jong Un will basically throw tantrums just like this
Yeah.
to get like subsidies lifted, or to get money from kind of like ransom,
Uh-huh.
hold the world hostage, and see what he can get. What kind of deals they can get? This
I
is how they make deals. They threaten to blow you up with nuclear missiles that
I
they're
think
making.
they let him do
North
that.
Korea kind of did the same thing, and they come to these deals, and they're like, all right, all
Yeah.
right, all right, all right.
Maybe they
type
let
shit.
him do that
Like
so that
torture.
he seems like a powerful leader still to his people, so he
And
can
he feels
continue to
powerful,
reign
too.
over the cartel country that they need to pass and launder money.
It's true. It's true. 100%. They pass and launder a lot of money.
They
that whole
let
country-
him seem powerful and give him something so that he can tell his people, "Look what I've done," and he can
Yeah,
in
exactly.
exchange, yes, you can launder your money and cartel your drugs through my country.
Yep.
But we're not actually scared of him. No.
Oh.
World leaders love each other.
So this is,
There's too much benefit for world leaders to like each other, for them to hate each other. There's too much
Yeah, they do.
benefit.
they get power.
There's so much to gain from liking and being friending another leader.
It's so much to gain to just being on the same team.
Yeah.
Really.
Zero
you
to
really
gain
think
by being
about it-
enemies.
Exactly. Zero to gain for them to not coordinate.
Yes. So yeah, Kim
None.
Jong. Yeah.
So do you think? I think this has a lot of that same energy.
Yeah. Maybe we put him into power.
I think they're
even.
taking advantage. I think they're taking advantage. Oh, that's very true. But I think they're taking advantage of the Iran situation, of this whole
Huh. Yeah.
like not drama, but drama cloud going on right now. They're just gonna be like, well, let's add to it and see if we can kind of poke the bear and get some out of it. Kind of gives me those types of vibes. I don't know.
Warhead.
I really don't know.
It's just
But it really doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in denial
that long.
because I'm not that. I can't picture being that evil myself.
Right. You got to be a
Because
satanic
violence doesn't-
psychopath. Remember.
Maybe I'm just like completely blue.
Right. Remember. These are satanic psychopaths who are in control.
Yeah.
The
Maybe they are
opposite of
capable,
us.
bro.
But anyway, all I'm trying to say, folks,
And is saying that they don't have nukes just cope?
It could be, but
Just massive cope.
it could be a massive coat. But it's there's a little rabbit hole you can go down on that too. Like
That's what we need to do because that just sounds like cope, dude. Big time.
I don't know, bro. Nukes. We were told not to make them anymore by the aliens, so we stopped.
Oh, I like this.
It's true. That's
like
why you
that.
like it.
I like that, right?
I'm telling you,
Good, yeah.
they disabled them and
Is
shit.
that the higher the level of threat,
It's true. That's why.
the more you know that they
Alright,
are
you're right.
under pressure. Again, days until Israel is going to strike.
Blessings, dude. I hope
Yeah,
everybody
blessings.
fucking pulls out of this shit alive, dog. Cause holy
America
shit,
is evacuating.
things are getting real fast around the world.
Neon alert. The new species of stinging ants located in America now.
What?
There's a new ant species in America.
Oh
And,
no, is it poisonous?
It may cause enough stings may cause fever and nausea.
What the hell?
It hasn't quite made its way to California yet. All right, people, but
Oh.
for all my listeners on the East Coast, I want to keep your eyes open for the stinging ant.
Gross.
It has. It looks just like a normal ant to me. I don't know. It doesn't look too different. Here, people, look at my screen. You see that? Look at those stinging ants. Butt to face, ass to mouth. Stinging ants.
Do you have? Oh, you know what? Hold on.
That's all.
Do you want me to look up the nuke videos
Oh, look up the nuke videos. Yes, please.
on YouTube or what?
Sure. They
I
should-
mean,
they
that's
might have
that's
them.
the only hub for videos,
That's the
right?
source.
Source. That's it. All right. Nuclear bomb footage. All right. Let's make it as simple as that. Just general.
Yeah.
Oh, look, this is newly declassified of U.S. nuclear tests 8 years ago.
Let's check it out.
2020, look, 2020 release Soviet nuclear detonations footage.
Let's check it out.
Alright. God, that's scary, bro. Oh my gosh.
It's not real, bro. Take a breath, bro. It's
no.
not real. It's AI.
Jason, no.
It's AI footage.
This terrifies me, bro.
Right? You're nailing it. They're putting you in a vibration of fear. Look at that fear they're filling you with this AI footage.
And then the
It's
wave.
effective.
Where did they drop this fucking thing, bro? How do you test this? Oh my gosh.
With zero regret.
How do you test that?
Right? A plane has to go drop it, I think.
Where? Where on Earth that's not affected, dude? How does that not affect the Earth?
You know where Stanley Yelnats went to hide in holes?
Way.
You remember
Dude,
holes?
though. Yes.
That's where they dropped that shit. You remember Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Oh.
Damn.
How does this not ruin the Earth? Even just testing it. Why would you even test
Right?
it?
Why would you?
You know it works.
Does it?
What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Does it? Good job. Come on, Jason. Knock it off. Some Kingdom Hearts ass music.
Yeah, and Will Smith's spaghetti AI can make footage like this. Come on.
Oh no, they dropped another bomb. Oh no, here it comes.
Why is this?
Oh,
The music is more
no.
terrifying, I think.
I'm just putting myself in a situation if this was
Right?
the last thing I saw.
Imagine you see that in a
If this was the last thing I fucking see before I'm like, it's horrifying. I'm purposely putting myself there, but my gosh,
Can you see
and it
anything on this shot?
it kills everything in its way. Oh,
Whoa!
gosh. Oh. no, look at that. Oh. 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 This is horrifying. Oh. Oh, look at that. Looks like the face of death. See it?
I do. That's
Cringing
creepy.
Jaw with two. It even has ears, dude.
It does. Wow.
Bro.
That's why they put a skull and crossbones on the top of some of them.
I hope that's not like a Nazi symbol I just did.
Steven!
Oh, that's X-Men. This is X-Men. They do
I
this
think
on
that's
X-Men.
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Yeah, he does this.
You know.
Oh man, wild, right? Holy.
I wonder if that is. We should adopt that. Neon Brothers.
No, I don't want to do that.
I wonder.
Not interested. Yeah, you know what? No, we should. All right, let's see. That was horrifying. So, what's the rabbit hole? Maybe what's a good place to start? With Grok asking about anti-nukes, that nukes don't exist.
Look up on YouTube. Look up. Do nukes not exist? I'm sure there's some goofball who has some wacky thumbnail with a nuke in the background and him going. Let's see.
Crazy.
Oh, hey.
There's a whole ass documentary here, bro. I'm gonna watch this on my own time,
Woo! That's pretty cool.
but we can watch a quick video on it.
Quick rundown. The neon
This
rundown.
is a piece of rock,
not- yeah, this is
sand,
a
and
rundown
other
video,
material
exactly.
that was fused into a kind of glass on July 16th,
Or
1945.
put this
The
goofball at
tremendous source of heat
1.5
that
speed.
created this glass, the
Sure.
Trinity test, the world's first
It looks like a caveman.
nuclear explosion. This radioactive piece of trinitite,
His
therefore,
fucking hair.
is a tangible
Sorry.
timestamp of the millisecond that we entered the nuclear age. Or is it? Last time I talked about nuclear weapons, I was met with a flurry of comments from a brand new conspiracy theory I had never heard of. Do nuclear weapons actually exist? Or is it just one big government fool-em-up?
Now entering the facility.
Now, I consider myself pretty up-to-date on all the nuclear stuff, but when I traveled all the way to Japan to show all of you the ultimate fate of Hiroshima, the video was met with dozens and dozens of comments, the likes of
This is you, dude. There's people just like this.
Nukes don't exist. I'm telling you.
Because nukes are fake.
It's
because
all-
the nuclear weapon wasn't exploded there. Hiroshima isn't a wasteland because we didn't drop a nuke. Just a very large bomb because they also produced a mushroom cloud. This is not just a characteristic of nukes. Because nuclear bombs aren't real.
There it is,
What?
baby.
which I had never seen before. They were all claiming the same thing.
We're
that nuclear
here.
weapons
We're
don't
now.
exist, that it's all a government psyop, dude. That conventional bombs were dropped on Japan. That nuclear power is a myth. That all those test videos you've seen are edited bullcrap. The resurgence in this weird conspiracy theory seems to
think
stem from
AI,
this single
maybe.
tweet from Owen Benjamin. It has almost 30 million views. He's
Yeah, I guess it's right. I mean, who took these videos? The
Yeah,
original
dude.
tweet said, I don't know if he's going to read it here, but I'm going to read it. It says, it's weird that the nuclear blasts vaporized brick houses, but not the old-timey camera recording it. Right.
Yeah.
Right, who took the video? I've asked this before. It's because nukes are fake. Hiroshima and Nagasaki never had any fallout radiation. The whole narrative and all the evidence is absurd.
Wow.
But isn't there people who claim radioactive sickness?
I swear there was. I think there's been like documentaries and stuff about it. But hey, documentaries from what? Discovery, the History Channel, Soros.
Bikini Bottom.
old test footage and saying, well, where's the radiation? Why weren't the cameras vaporized?
Aren't they called X's, not tweets now?
No, Arya, they're not called X's. No one's ever going to call them X's. Only people who tank companies call things. Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, he
Cringe
taught
Lord.
Cringe Lord. He has a okay. So
I'm
this
fine.
guy has
We don't
a
get to-
home ship base. He calls Arya apparently. Yeah, this guy totally has drawings of Arya that he draws on his spare time and goons too.
This guy totally believes in nukes. Look at him.
Look at this nuke. Look at this
Owen's
nuke
specific
head.
claims in just a moment. But in regards to nuclear power, obviously,
He believes in
nuclear
nukes
power
and
is a
jerks
thing.
off the
It powers
Cortana.
a lot of the planet, percentage-wise, and I have seen the Cherenkov radiation in spent fuel pools with my own eyes. But to be fair to Mr. Whatever their name is, I already forgot, I have not, seen a nuclear weapon myself. So, although I know some of you are already screaming at your depression generators with some answers, let's take the conspiracy theory claims
My
at face
God,
value.
bro.
Okay,
This is blowing my
where
mind.
is the evidence that nuclear weapons exist?
Isn't it literally everywhere?
Arya,
I've never considered the idea. Actually considered it.
No one has. I mean, apparently people have, but
It's almost liberating, if it were true.
right? It's just a fear op.
Dude.
A lot of it's fear because
They're gonna
fear is
scare
the opposite of
conspiracy
love
theories views away.
and
Oh
light.
my gosh.
They don't like the light.
Oh, he said it. They don't like the light.
Light of truth.
Wow.
To be clear,
There's
I
something
don't
here.
want nuclear weapons to exist. I wish that they didn't. I think nuclear annihilation is still one of the biggest existential threats to humanity. And I think that because nuclear weapons have so clearly made their mark, the evidence begins with Trinity. Not only do we
Now, are they giving numbers? Are their numbers literally?
You see that? What the fuck? We got
Yeah,
5,500 nukes.
The numbers are straight up based on how big the territory is. For
See
every
that?
square foot equals X amount of nukes that we have. No, Russia's bigger, so they have just that much more nukes.
Just that much more, yeah.
And then Israel's tiny, so they only have 90. Why? Why would they make more than 90? Just gonna stop there.
They're threatening America with their 90 nukes. Apparently, when we have
Israel owns
5,000.
America. But see, I guess they hold their actual nukes in our bank. So 5,428 nukes belong to Israel.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
You see?
That's true.
They don't need them. That's why it's a flex.
Right.
That's the biggest flex in the world, only having 90.
He's got people for that.
Yep. And then North Korea's 20.
Yeah.
because nuclear weapons have
gosh.
so clearly made their mark. The evidence begins with Trinity. Not only do we have radioactive glass with the appropriate spectrum of emission that we expect from fission products, we have the eyewitness testimony of some of the smartest men to ever live. Men who, it should be said, didn't want nukes to exist either, and were haunted for the rest of their lives by the fact that they had something to do with them. And this testimony isn't
Okay.
limited to Nobel Prize winners. Nuclear tests used to be Vegas attractions. Thousands of people have seen real mushroom clouds with their very own protected peepers.
But isn't eyewitness testimony the lowest form of scientific evidence?
It is, Arya, but we're starting only with the most obvious evidence. Next is the most unfortunate. The conspiracy theory that nuclear weapons don't exist claims that massive conventional bombs were detonated at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, not nuclear ones. To me, the dismissal of the only offensive
I mean, still equally as terrifying and destructive,
Yeah.
though not nuclear.
Correct.
use of nuclear weapons is itself offensive. It takes just a few seconds of walking through the Peace Park Museum in Hiroshima, like I did, to see the horrors that only a fission-powered weapon can produce.
See? Tongue of a soldier with blood spots. 22-year-old soldier experienced the bomb explosion indoors. Oh, but Steve, the argument here is that it's not radioactive. It's just a big bomb.
Here's the bomb. This guy says something that can only happen through fission.
His gums and throat were swollen and he had persistent high fever. He died on September 8th. The black spots on his tongue are the blood spots. It's like proof that he died of something radioactive.
Yeah.
Hair
okay.
began falling out, but they're saying the narrative is ridiculous.
Photos of Japanese doctors encountering acute radiation syndrome for the first time and being unable to treat it. Recollections and paintings of people without skin shambling among the ruins like zombies. An actual step where a man's shadow was etched into concrete by unholy heat. To claim that all of this was covered up or
Vaporized.
faked is to both deny the suffering of so many Japanese and to ignore the stated goal of the bombings in the first place, a shock to leadership with a single weapon.
But it still doesn't say like these
Doesn't
people
deny
are
the
denying
suffering, right?
their suffering or the
Still have it.
destruction, or that the power of the bombs are true, and these bombs can still vaporize people. You know,
Yeah.
if the person's close
Right.
enough to the source, but it's not nuclear. That doesn't deny that these people died.
Right.
They're just saying it didn't leave a fallout.
There's no nuclear fallout.
Some nuclear, yeah.
And
Time ago, an American airplane dropped one.
Did you have more? Or
perhaps
I'm gonna-
not as large as they make it out to seem.
Nuclear at all. There's no nuke.
Yeah, like there was a bang. Perhaps I don't know. Of course, I have to do my own neon research that I never do, people. But
One bomb on Hiroshima.
That's what you gotta do.
The rest of the enemy.
To me, it seems like all the evidence you would ever need to disconfirm this conspiracy theory was produced in 1945. But this
Right.
is just the beginning of a mountain of evidence. As Arya said, all of this evidence is not in some American desert or Japanese museum. It's literally everywhere.
The conspiracists are attacking the comment section.
Dang it! Deploy defense measures! When will they learn? Speaking of learning, today's episode is sponsored by SoFi.
Oh,
Game is,
gosh.
I'm award-winning science educator and Xerox Samson. Kyle Hill. You know, no matter what, I will always support you if you want to further your education, especially if you believe in weird conspiracy theories. You probably shouldn't do too much of that. Unfortunately, today, education can be extremely expensive. That's why I wanted to introduce all of you lifelong learners
guy
to
totally
I feel
believes in
obligated to
this.
say his.
SoFi is a mobile-first
his
personal
ad.
finance company that helps members bank, borrow, and invest, known for its excellent rate
All
of
right,
interest in
people.
refinancing student loans. Want to learn engineering and math and how to take over the world?
Put one in the chat if you think we should
Don't
reach
let the
out
burden
to
of big, complicated loans prevent you from becoming your smart
loan
self.
prevention
Refinance with SoFi at competitive rates to put
things and
thousands of
try
dollars
to.
back in your
Like,
pocket.
who's
There
gonna?
are no application
Who
fees,
watches
no
this guy and
penalties.
wants to
There are loans with
sign
unemployment
up for
protection
loan
built in,
prevention?
and it's all online with 24/7 customer support.
I know, right?
I wonder
Things
how
like
how
after
good
debt.
this
See,
ad
do we get-
is.
You want to join the 500,000 people who have already
do we get
gotten
these guys to
smart
sponsor
in a
us?
smart way and have
Yeah,
already
I swear,
financed
people
over
who watch
$4
us
billion
have
doing
loans.
so. Go to
People
the
who watch us
URL
are in
right
debt.
here or click the link down
I
below.
swear.
Hell yeah.
Look, education shouldn't
Neon
be a
debt,
SoFi's
but
choice
debt
between money
nonetheless.
and study. See what I did there again? SoFi.
Nice.
If you take the conspiracy theory that nuclear weapons don't actually exist seriously, it might be easy enough for you to ignore or dismiss 1 or 2 or even 3 nuclear explosions and their test footage, but there haven't been 1 or 2 or 3 nuclear tests after Trinity. There have been over 2,000, and all over the world
Allegedly.
by many different governments that would all have to be conspiring over many decades. There
Easy.
have been so many nuclear tests, in fact,
And
that the
they
evidence for
are.
them today is still all around us. In the aftermath of a nuclear explosion, vaporized material and
This guy's a
fission products
sheep.
with varying half-lives condensed.
Look at his hair.
quickly
And,
fall
he
out
thinks he has a
close to the
diet
ground.
and shit. He's
Try-
so
trying to look like-
materialistic sheep.
Trying to look like a lion, but he's definitely a sheep.
Definitely.
Blast, but the microscopic particles can be held aloft in the atmosphere for weeks, traveling hundreds of kilometers or more before they land somewhere. Because of the thousands of nuclear tests over the years, we can still detect these radioactive signatures that have no better explanation today. It's the cesium on the ground.
Damn, bro, we
It's
bombed the
tritium
shit
in
out of
the water.
Nevada.
It's the activity in the paint that's been used today.
See
It's
that
the
shit, dude? It's like the core of all
Kinda fucked
nukes.
up.
The core of all nukes.
Wow.
Jeez.
Sin City, baby.
Nuke Village. That's the test site of nukes in our country.
Damn.
Just
So there's
drop
like a bunch
Nevada.
of fucking nuclear fallout in like Arizona, like unfortunately.
There's radioactive scarring, essentially.
Sheesh.
cesium on the ground. It's the tritium in the water. It's the activity in the paint that's been used to detect forgeries, as paint from a time before nuclear testing wouldn't have the same signature. It's the activity in the wine that has also been used to detect fakes. It's the activity in old film. Kodak actually knew about secret weapons testing before anyone else did because of it. It's in the earth. Astronauts have trained in nuclear test craters to simulate the moon. Are all astronauts lying about this? Try telling that to Buzz Aldrin. He'll sit you down. And if you don't have fancy radioactive wine, just travel to Japan. The
Yes,
ship
his face
involved in the
is
disastrous
concealed.
Castle Bravo nuclear test, the Lucky Dragon number 5, is still on display. You can see the ashes of death that rained down on unlucky fishermen that day yourself. Or go see one of the, 3,000
those ashes
Godzilla
of
movies
death.
that were based on the aftermath of Castle Bravo. Turn on the TV and check out the pineapple under the sea. It's under Bikini Atoll, where the Castle Bravo test took place. This is first grade, SpongeBob. The evidence for nuclear tests and their byproducts is so widespread, in fact, that nuclear material in the geologic record is one of the proposed starting points of the Anthropocene,
takes
a
SpongeBob's
geologic
gospel.
epoch where human activity becomes distinguishable and dominating. So, in denying that nuclear weapons exist, conspiracy theorists are actually denying one of the very hallmarks of the human age.
You should send an X about it.
I'm never going to send an X about anything. Why would I? Don't get me wrong. I do have some amount of sympathy for people who believe this kind of thing. Invisible stuff is hard. But this is also the kind of topic that you can verify.
Invisible
for
stuff is
yourself.
hard.
You can go out and buy an actual sample of trinitite
Yeah,
from
fuck
a
this
Trinity
guy. That's
test
very
and using
condescending.
simple at-home equipment.
I
survey it
understand.
for the emission
Invisible
spectra
thing
that's only
hard.
dead.
Shut up, caveman. Fucking simp ass, soy boy, pussy ass looking ass. Hairy fucking ass little bitch.
after nuclear fission has occurred.
Cheat
And better
motherfucker.
yet, you can do it from your armchair, where conspiracists spend most of their time.
LOL, get right.
But really, this is all not
guy-
that much better
this
than
guy
something
had
like
pussy since
flat
pussy
Earth
had
theory,
him.
which is readily disprovable. And it's
Yeah, look at his shirt.
Look at him.
that it all gets
He is on his shirt.
amplified,
That's him.
forced, maintained by social media echo chambers. It's got to be
He
one of the
wishes.
weirdest theories I've ever come across. Until next time.
You know something?
Interesting.
Well, but yeah, you know, I guess we're not alone. Rise, neon fans. That guy's so far from the neon, bro. I don't know what's going on here.
The nuclear hoax. It is only heat. Insane conspiracy. Nukes don't actually exist. This is wild. That's crazy. That's wild. I've really been looking into that.
Am I right? Am I wrong? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm right. Put a 2 in the chat if I'm wrong. Who
2
knows,
hours.
people?
2 hours.
2 hours. Wow.
3-hour documentary. Jeez. Nukes don't exist. Wow. Wow.
COVID Part 2? Is that happening?
Oh,
President
hell
Trump,
yeah, it
Elon
is.
Musk spoke privately prior to Elon Musk's
Oh, nice.
apology
Drama
this
alert.
morning. Was spoke on the phone last
Oh,
night.
wow.
On the
yeah.
phone, yeah, which led to his post expressing regret. Yep, exactly. Of course, I regret some of my posts about President Trump last week. They went too
So
far.
silly.
And so, President Trump on reconciling with Elon
He
Musk, I
likes it.
guess I could. So it seems like things are going to work themselves out. Let's listen to it.
With Elon, is there anything that you can do to forgive him? Could you see that happening?
Well, look, I have no hard feelings. I was
Yeah,
very
yeah.
surprised. And when he did that, I was not a happy camper. So it's too bad.
You said he had problems. What kind of
So it's
problems?
too bad.
Is it the drugs?
I don't know what his problem is, really. I don't know. I haven't thought too much about it
Yeah.
in the last little while. And
Yeah.
He just
I
didn't
think
get
he
that.
feels very badly that he said that, actually.
Happened with
He did.
You know,
Yep.
It is what it is that happens. Things
It
like
is
that
what
happen.
it is.
Things like that happen.
I
It's just
think
the
he
news.
feels very badly.
I don't blame him for anything, but I was a little disappointed.
Could you reconcile?
Say it?
Could you reconcile with him? Do you think? Could you forgive him?
I guess I could, but we have
guess
to
I
straighten out the country.
Do you think he
I guess I
Yeah, his
could.
priority is the country, lady, not Elon Musk, okay?
ever had drugs here at the
That's
White House?
I really don't know. I don't think so. I hope not. Look, I wish him well.
Based.
You understand. We had a good relationship, and I just wish him well. Very well, actually.
He's just
So
trying to
there
cut
it is.
ties
It looks
gracefully.
like
Right.
they're probably going to get back together.
Elon
One of
wanted
the
too much
problems
power.
that I think a lot of leftist people have is
The guy spent $250 million getting him in office.
And he thought he was owed something for it.
Yep.
that as soon as they find a
Helicopters
disagreement with
over my
each
house,
other,
man.
the other person is now
Is that
Hitler.
Iran?
That's the end of it. Whereas, like for this,
That's
it's
probably
like
heading
Trump would
south.
be like,
They're probably
"No, we're
going
gonna
to,
cancel your fucking government contracts.
Son
We're
of a
gonna
gun.
Because
shut
they're
you
going to
the
your
fuck
house, and
down."
then I hear them
Elon-
over my house after.
Son of a bitch.
So they're going south,
That's funny.
because I'm south from you.
Southeast
and
Asia.
They could be going to Pendleton, but not sure.
South,
Elon could be like, "Oh yeah, you want to
Southeast
shut me
Asian,
down?
South
Yeah,
African.
because you're in the fucking Epstein files, you freak." And then a week later, it's like, "Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay." Yeah, it's all right.
I was afraid
This was going to happen eventually, Donald. Send him to me. I know exactly what to do.
I hope Asmon invites Elon over to his house for steaks.
Today, I'm going to show you all how I cook a steak. The fact is that I've been using these steaks.
Ew.
No fucking way.
That
What?
AI. It's got to be AI.
Using these steaks now for fucking 10 years.
Yeah, it's got to be AI. Everything I don't know and I don't like is now AI.
Right? It has to be. That's how I see it. And as long as you believe it and no one tells you otherwise, you then live in a universe where it is.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Andy Samberg, for being on Saturday Night Live and making songs from one of our favorite satire bands, Lonely Island. and being on Emmy award-winning hit sitcom series. What was his cop show called again?
Miami Heat or something?
Something like
was
that.
it? No, it was something Brooklyn 99.
Yeah. There it is. Thank you, Andy. Never seen it.
Brooklyn 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooklyn 99. Dang, that came out of the fucking pits, bro. Hell yeah. It's like you remember stuff like that. That's wild. I've watched a few of them, but Brooklyn 99. How did I even know that, bro?
Why would you?
How did I even know that? How did I know that?
Why would you?
I don't know. Not sure why I knew that. Brooklyn 99. Wow. Wow. What the hell?
Holy shit.
Oh, hey. Before I sign off here, let's do an experiment, okay?
I like experiments.
All right, we're going to do an experiment. First, I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to send it to the Discord here. First and foremost. All right, here. I'm getting a video. I'm sending it to the Discord. Oh my goodness. Pardon me. Here we go. Here it is. All right. Let me go here. Let me go here. Yeah, episode links. That's where I want to be. Man, we got so much stuff on the docket too, bro. Just saying.
Whoa.
Next time for the episode, we got some stuff on the docket. So let's check this out here.
Let's see.
This. No. I understand. One moment. One moment, please.
Be kind to your Mexican neighbor, people.
Yes, please.
I forgot why I said that, but sounds weird out of context. But
It's actually very appropriately timed.
You do. Oh yeah, because we did talk about it last episode that there's that economist dude who was on Joe Rogan. Talked about how if our ties break with everyone else and we have no trading partners, then Mexico's our closest trading partner after China. So, a good way to attack America from the inside would be to disrupt our relationship with Mexico. So don't fall for it, people. They're trying to make us dislike Mexicans so that we have a tougher time having a good trade relationship with them.
Don't fall for it.
Right.
It's very well said. So we've always had the theory of, maybe the phone can read your mind because I'm thinking of something and then I see an ad for it. Ugh.
Yeah, like they have.
But everybody's like, "Oh, that's not real. That's
like I'm already
silly."
chipped or something. They have access to my brain.
People be saying, "Oh, man, it listens, it hears you," but then Google's like, "No, we don't listen to you. That's weird. That's not how this works." But now, they're finally talking about it. Age of Aquarius is a real thing,
I hear
bro.
cop cars going crazy out there.
So much has happened, really. Dang. Pretty far away from it, too.
After those helicopters went over my house. Bunch of police cars outside. Not right outside my house, but like down the street. I can hear them, though.
Freaking me out, man.
I know. Scares me.
For something that you've only thought about, or a video specific.
QDAR, the technology that China, the Big Four, and BlackRock use to read our thoughts in order to advertise and propagandize us. Quantum physics meet neuroscience. A video Oh yeah, so let's listen to what
Click
this
to
guy
the
has to say
context
again.
of exactly what you were imagining. Well, this is happening due to the QDAR technology, and we're going to be hearing a lot about this. It's essentially quantum radar. Our thoughts are on the quantum field. The quantum field essentially means that every individual particle is the same unified field. It can act homogeneously and over space-time. If you know the coordinates and if you know how to manipulate space and time, then you can actually do this. And military technology is always at least 20 years ahead of whatever you have and whatever you can buy.
ChatGPT, for example, AI, for example.
Right.
So this is guaranteed to exist because this is how telepathy works if you're into that. And if you're into none of these concepts, it won't make sense. But you're going to be hearing about it because it's the greatest invasion of privacy beyond what our friend Edward Snowden has revealed. So keep on the lookout for this. And if you want to trick this system, trick the QDAR, you're going to write down a word that you never say aloud and read that word over and over in your head and then leave it be. Set it into the ether. Eventually, you'll see an ad or a video that is exactly, poignantly related to whatever you were imagining. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Never done that.
Scary stuff.
So we're going to test the QDAR, okay?
Aha.
We are going to write a word. We're going to come up together with a word
okay.
that we don't say. You know, we don't say this normally, but it's got to be something kind of niche.
Yeah.
That we don't usually, that you wouldn't normally see an ad for, even on accident, you know?
Okay.
Now let's say, what about a specific, what about a quail?
Wow, okay. I like it.
Quail.
Quail. I know
Quail.
those guys.
So, the word quail. We could repeat that in our heads over and over and over again. Now, how important do you think writing it down is? Do you think that just adds more intention?
Yeah. I don't, you perhaps don't even have to.
That's what I was thinking. You may not have to because your brain is always active.
Right, read your brain.
So it's like quail. Quail. So maybe spell it in your head. Write the letters. Q-U-A-I-L. Quail. Quail. Do you have a word you want to choose also? Or maybe do you want to stick with quail?
I like quail.
With me. Okay.
Let's see who's
So
both catching on
we're
some
gonna
quails.
test quail. We're gonna set it. We're gonna let it go. Go ahead and release quail.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, now we'll see where this goes.
See if you get an ad that includes quails. Wow.
See how this QDAR technology works.
If my headphones have QDAR in them, then we'll know.
Good point.
They will have read my mind.
Good point.
Transformed my future.
Oh, gosh, your yawn. Oh, it's getting to be that time, boys.
It is, boys and girls. It is 10:57 this neon night. Coming up on 11 o'clock, we thank you guys all for being here with us in the neon. What do we call this? The neon shuttle?
Neon layer.
Layer? Is layer
on neon popsicle?
On neon popsicle. If you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We hit 20 subscribers. Let's clap, everyone. Everyone hit those clap buttons. 20 subscribers means 20 people that will be equipped with all the information they need to survive, not only survive in the future, but to thrive in the ways that matter.
Listen to the man.
You matter spiritually, psychically. You have to point the other way, actually, on my screen. My screen
Well, on the stream, Jason, on the stream, I can see on the... Look at the stream.
Let me check the stream.
Look at the stream.
Do it again.
Look at the stream.
Yeah, watch the stream.
Yeah, I'm watching the stream.
Watch it. Do it again.
I am. Am I backwards?
Are you pointing at me on the stream?
I'm backwards.
You on your Discord, your panel is on the other side. But
my
YouTube...
mirror, I'm mirrored on my screen, but then on the chat, everything's right-sided.
Okay, so when you're pointing to me on Discord through your screen, and you watch the stream, you're pointing. Now I see you pointing at me, and now you will point at me on the YouTube stream if you watch it.
Oh, it's funny.
There it is. There it is. Pointing at me, and then you're pointing away. So now you're pointing it.
I have visitors. That's.
Am I right or am I tripping?
No, you're right because
Okay,
I'm mirrored on my screen, but on the chat I'm not mirrored.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, guys, I love mirrors. We're part of a mirror dimension. The fact that mirror dimensions exist it means that we are in a mirror dimension. Parallel universes.
Mirror dimensions exist.
Mirror dimension. Yeah. You ever look into a mirror and see yourself in a mirror?
Oh, the Hall of Mirrors. The Endless Hall.
You seen that?
When you open it and go, and you open the cabinet against the main mirror.
Yep.
And you get the black, Endless Hall of Mirror.
Yes.
That's right. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
about. And if you think about that on a quantum level, if you could align two mirrors perfectly to face each other, that one light particle would infinitely bounce. Like, what would it be producing at that point?
Wow.
Would it fade out? Does the light particle die after being perfectly mirrored?
Energy never dies.
So the Hall of Mirror is infinite.
It would probably look like as if it's staying put. The light.
Even on the most microscopic level, you would still see the Hall of Mirrors going down even smaller. And even at the level of light, you can see it going out even smaller.
I love that, yeah.
The Hall of Mirrors is what, that's where you can find true finite, I don't know.
We've been bringing up mirrors and Hall of Mirrors lately. Something's going on with mirrors.
Whoa.
Remember the last episode we talked about? It's kind of like walking into a Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah, I
forget why or what context we were saying it, but
there's
something going on here.
We're getting a mirror message from above.
We gotta look into this. Check this out.
Perhaps mirrors.
Watch this. What's over here? First time checking out the rest of my garage, guys. What's this?
Oh,
a
God.
giant
Stop
mirror.
Steven, stop. That's a mirror.
Something's up. We gotta.
I wonder if that's the key to anti-gravity travel. Faster than light travel.
Gold.
Well, gold is time travel. Faster than light travel, though.
But light is time. Space is time, right?
Space is time. They would say that, right? Don't they? Don't they say that? That's right, huh? Yeah, fuck
because
it. Space is time.
It takes time to travel through space. They're one and the same. And they're relative to one another as well. Relative to how fast something is going will determine how far in space it goes. In what amount of time.
They are directly related.
Correlated. Yes.
But are they the same thing?
They can't be separated.
The Pokemon Dialga and the Pokemon Palkia. The rule of time and space. I'm just kidding. I do love Pokemon, though. I'm not sure if I take their word for what it is, but
Anyway, ADD rant. Sorry, we're doing it again, guys. We're doing it again.
Thank you guys for sticking with me through my ADD rant.
Be sure to follow us, subscribe, hit the notifications so you know when we're streaming. We'll be back 9:30, 5 days a week. Wednesday,
right.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
And
Sunday.
I don't have school Fridays anymore, so I can definitely stream Fridays.
There it is, guys.
So,
we are on
Wednesday,
in the
Thursday, Saturday,
neon.
Sunday. And I don't have school Mondays anymore.
Wow.
Because I'm done with school.
Big moves, people. Big moves.
Big moves.
See what's going on next time in Neon.
Neon.
Popsicle.